In 2013, Greg Newkirk at Week and Weird was contacted by a woman named Kim who had a weird story about a Bigfoot which was seen hanging around a nudist camp. The encounter did not happen to Kim, but rather her ex-husband, who related the story to her. She believed that he was being sincere, and there were other witnesses who backed up what he said. She claims that one summer morning, she does not indicate an exact date, he had returned from camping trip flustered and upset. He told her that he and the group he had been camping with had spent a large part of the night awake and frightened. When she prodded him about what had happened, he told her that they had encountered a Bigfoot. According to Kim, her ex had driven to a rock quarry located between Klamath Falls and Ashland in Oregon to camp. Along for the trip was his then girlfriend, his brother, and both of Kim's children. They had planned to swim, but when they got there, met by the foster mother of his brother, there was a large nudist gathering, and the nudists were swimming, sunbathing, and generally cavorting about. Kim does not indicate how her ex dealt with this, only to say that, later, the nudists, looking to escape the chilly night air, left the area and went back to town. The remaining people set up camp and had a little cookout. As the evening went long, they decided to turn in for the night. Kim's ex, his girlfriend, and Kim's daughter and son were in the tent, while the brother slept in the back of a pickup truck which was equipped with a canopy. Just as they were starting to ease into sleep, they began to hear something strange. Whatever it was going through the cooler, and it smelled really bad. Kim's ex slightly unzipped the tent flap and peered through the gap. There, in front of him, was a creature that, to his eye, looked exactly like a Bigfoot as defined in numerous reports and in popular culture. It was hairy, it was walking on two legs, and it stank. The only noticeable difference that the ex could see was that it stood only 4 feet tall, not the 6 or 7 or 8 feet tall as described by so many people. As the creature rummaged through their stuff, the various family members took turns peering out the gap of the tent to watch it. Over in the pickup, the brother could see it from the window in the canopy, but was too scared to look more than once. The whole thing went on for hours, the creature walking around the camp, its fur rubbing against the tent as it passed. It opened the pickup door and looked around in there, then closed it. It rocked the vehicle a bit, further petrifying the kid in the back. Numerous times through the night, the creature would wander away from the campsite, only to return later. To the witnesses, they got the sense that this creature seemed to understand that they were inside the tent, and was circling it, touching the fabric as if trying to figure out exactly what it was. The family wanted to leave the tent and make a dash for the vehicle, but they were simply too frightened to remain inside, a tense, sleepless night waiting for daylight. As I said, Kim believed her ex's story, did not believe that it was merely a misidentified bear. Now, I wasn't there, so all I can tell you is what they said. I have no reason to believe they were lying, and as to alternate explanations, I can say that we've all lived in the Pacific Northwest all our lives, and have seen bears. I have to believe that they would have known a bear in that close proximity. So, there you have it. If you want to visit the place where the sighting occurred, one has to take Dead Indian Road from Ashland going toward Klamath, just past a place called Lily Glen. There's a sign, I believe, as they have horse groups that meet there. There's a dirt road that goes off to the right, and following it a little way in, 50 yards if memory serves, a swimming hole becomes visible on the right side of the road. They camp just back into the woods from the quarry. It sounds like the group encountered a juvenile. This isn't the first time I've heard of Bigfoot being in the area of a nudist camp. There was a woman named Pamela Blasco, I believe, that I think she spoke on Bigfoot Outlaw Radio, where she talked about how there was this Bigfoot, I guess there was a bunch of Bigfoots around her property, and there was a nudist camp not far from where she lived. So it's not the first time I've heard of such a thing, but it does sound like the creature waited until everybody had gone home, and then it kind of came around. I don't know if it was attracted to the naked people or the clothing optional people, but that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a juvenile, and it sounded like it was just curious. It didn't do anything. Just kind of wandered around the camp, took off into the woods, came back, just basically scared everybody. But it doesn't sound like it was out to hurt anybody. So I don't know. It's a weird story. In the spring of 2002, a guard from the zoo of Chelyabinsk, a city in Russia, told of the day the zoo received an unexpected visitor. Apparently one day while working, the guard became alerted to the fact that one of the guard dogs was barking at something in the woods adjacent to the perimeter of the zoo. The dog was frantic and was desperately trying to break free. Just then the guard and some random visitors to the zoo watched as a large, hairy being attempted to jump over the fence of the park. Just as it had almost cleared the fence, the dog broke free and attacked the visitor. Following a short scuffle, the creature retreated back into the woods with the dog hot on its tail. Cries and murmurs could be heard coming from the direction which it ran as the two bounded off into the forest. The next morning the dog returned. It was covered with blood. An examination of the area and the fence revealed tufts of gray hair and footprints. The blood and hair were examined. The examination revealed that the hair did not belong to any known animal, but rather to an unknown primate. Interestingly, Chelyabinsk is home to numerous other Bigfoot reports. As recently as October 2016, people in the Russian city were reporting seeing a strange creature with red eyes in the area's woods. In one case, a woman named Irene claims that strange things happened anytime the creature was sighted in the vicinity of the swamp. This included the time her son Daniel went into the woods to pick mushrooms. He rushed home waving his arms. When Irene asked what was wrong, he was frantic. He told her that he had encountered the red-eyed creature. It had looked at him, and in his mind he was given a message to go away, which of course he did. I'm unsure if these are the same creatures, the one that was sighted in 2002 and this red-eyed creature that was seen in 2016, but this area, this city in Russia, is home to all kinds of weird phenomenon, including numerous Bigfoot reports, so it's possible that it might be a different one. But it's interesting that the witness reported that it gave him a message to go away. This is just another example, in my opinion, of these Bigfoot creatures having the ability to mind speak. At least that's what it sounds like. So, I don't know. I thought it was interesting. In the past month, I have discussed a pair of cases in which Bigfoot creatures were sighted with animal sidekicks. However, those cases are extremely rare. What is more common are reports of Bigfoot creatures attacking and killing animals, including dogs, deer, horses, wolves, etc. In 1995, Bigfoot enthusiast Rob Janis investigated a case involving a Bigfoot killing a family pet in a rather bizarre way. In 1990, the family living in Beaufort County in South Carolina began to take notice of a strange hair-covered man who seemed to be crossing their property with some regularity. This continued for many years. As he generally kept to himself, they assumed that he was merely a harmless vagrant living in the woods, and they didn't pay him much mind. Things would change, however, around 1995 when they awoke to find a horrible sight in their backyard. Sometime in the night, someone or something had killed their Siamese cat. Even stranger was the manner in which the pet was discovered, hanging by its neck from the clothesline in their backyard. The line had apparently been twisted tightly around the animal's neck a couple of times. A retired member of the sheriff's department was called in to investigate the bizarre incident. He noted that the plastic-coated line was strung between the main house and a garage approximately 6 feet off the ground, over a grass-lined yard, where quilting fabrics were hung out to dry. There is no way that cat got up there by itself, he reportedly told Janis. Janis had promised to follow up but never did. Either he or the family involved elected not to delve deeper into the case for whatever reason.